about his great receiver that I think should go on, will probably want to get going to Hall of Fame, Calvin Johnson. He retired because, look, he said, they're not about winning. Okay, Barry Sanders, the same thing. I mean, so, I don't think it's Matt Stafford's fault, but I really believe that he's the missing ingredient that we need at the Rams. I mean, we had a great defense this year, and I think the quarterback play was not up to, I think, what Sean McVay expected. And I think that, with the Angelinos in Los Angeles expected, because, you want your guy to play well. And I wanted Jared Goff to play well, but the last 2 years, let's just be honest, he hasn't played well. And when you're making, $35 million a year, you want better play out of your quarterback. And I think it would be no different if it was a running back. If you paying that kind of money, you should expect better play out of him. But I really believe that Matt Stafford is the missing piece. And, when sometimes you look at a football team and you think, what are they missing? What are they missing? 2 pieces, 3 pieces, 4 pieces? I think for us, when I look at the Rams, I think we missed 2 pieces. I think we need a speed receiver and a real top-notch quarterback. And I like the trade. I think that when you look at giving up draft picks and all that kind of stuff, I'll use myself. The Rams traded me, and they got eight players for me. They got three number ones, 3 number twos, and 2 players. Well, the players really didn't pan out. I mean, I think one of them, Flipper Anderson, probably the best thing that happened for the Rams. Other than that, the rest of them didn't pan out. We took the Dallas Cowboy trade, when they traded Herschel, they drafted great. They got great players. So it depends on, how you draft. Number 1 draft picks, they don't mean nothing unless you pick the right guy. You can get a guy in the 4th round, 6th round, that can do the same thing. I mean, I think about Tom Brady, 6th round draft pick. Antonio Brown, I think 6th round draft pick. It's a lot. T.O., 3rd round draft pick. It's a lot of players that I think they give up all these draft picks. Man, draft picks don't mean nothing. Sometimes the people pick and you're like, what are you looking at? So for me, I think he's the missing piece.
I agree. Matthew Stafford is an upgrade over Jared Goff, but that was a steep price to pay for a guy that's going to be 33. And although 33 now, 33 is the new 28 for the quarterback. It used to be once a quarterback got to be 30, Skip, you're like, he on borrowed time now, ED. It's only a couple of more years and he's going to be out of the league. But although he hasn't missed a lot of games over the last few years, he has been battered. Broken bones in his back. He had real cartilage, thumb damage, injured finger, separated shoulder, dislocated patella in his knee. And the biggest thing was, the biggest indictment that you can get against is when your head coach says, we need better play at a particular position. He's talking to you. He didn't say we need better play out of our offense. No. He said we need better play at the quarterback position. Les Snead, the general manager, says he's our quarterback right now. Well, damn, you just gave him a $134 million extension. He should be your quarterback for the foreseeable future. But that's not what they said. And when you start hearing the head coach and you start hearing the general manager, who's lockstep, foot to foot, when they start talking about this, I knew this was going to be a matter of time. I said, Jared Goff ain't going to be on that roster next year. So, look, it's a steep price. The only thing, ED, that concerns me about Matt Stafford is that he hadn't beaten good teams. Sometimes, if you that dude, Peyton Manning went to Indy. Indy was about to move. They were about to leave Indy. But Peyton Manning was that dude. So if you that dude, you got to beat some of these good teams. He's 10-59 against teams that's made the playoffs. He's 0-3. They had a good situation with Jim Caldwell. They might have been headed in the right direction, but they fired him for Matt Patricia. And see what he got you, Detroit? Now let your boy get one of them old Ford trucks.
Okay. So what was the last word you said? Detroit, right?
Yeah. Thank you. Say it again, Skip. Detroit.
Detroit. Stuck in Detroit. Yeah. Barry Sanders wanted out of Detroit, so he prematurely said, deuces, I'm gone. And I'm still shocked that he left as quickly as he left.
Megatron, I don't even think Megatron made it 10 years. Megatron made it, what, 9?
Okay. So, Eric, I gave this trade an A+ for the Rams. You are the Rambassador. Shannon gave it a C because he thought you still gave up an awful lot, and he's worried about Matthew Stafford's durability going forward. But as Bruce Arians said the other day, he's tough as nails, and his team knows he's tough as nails, and he will play through all that junk that he's been through, and he's been through a whole bunch of junk. Will it be cumulative? Will it start to weigh him down where he starts to regress and decline in skills? I don't see it because he's still early 30s, and he's going to have a rebirth in L.A., and it's just like you talked about Tom in Tampa. The weather is so good here. It feels so healthy here. I think his body will feel a lot healthier here than up in Motor City.
Yeah, and you mentioned he has a better offensive line here.
He does.
So
Yeah,
that'll definitely help.
He played 136 straight games without missing a game. He had a broken bone in his back, and still he wanted to play. He wanted to play. I mean, I think I think McVay can open his playbook up, really open
He
it
will.
up. You don't have to worry about I got to trim it down. I can't make it too difficult. I mean, it's going to be just like Tom Brady. It's going to be like having an offensive coordinator on the field. It's like, I don't have to have you in my ear. I see it right away. I see what you see. I mean, I think that's the great thing about it. We haven't had that. We haven't had that. And right now, I say it's a window. Look, Aaron Rodgers is getting older. I mean,
Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald's getting older. Jalen Ramsey, he's gonna be a year old. That defense won't stay together forever. So you got to do this right now. I say I like the trade. I like Matt Stafford as a player, and I'll say this: I believe for sure. I mean, I think before he leaves LA, I think he'll win a Super Bowl here in Los Angeles. And winning a Super Bowl in Los Angeles is like, whew, I mean, that's big. That's big.
ED, the thing that I was talking about yesterday, you got Les Snead and Sean McVay. You play poker. They shove all in every hand. I'm like, dude, hold on. It's the first hand. How you shoving it already? So you don't really know if they got the nuts or they just trying to bluff you off your hand. But they shove all in. They went all in on Jared Goff. They went all in on Todd Gurley. They've gone all in on Aaron Donald. They've gone all in on Jalen Ramsey. They go all in. They're like, we're not worried about 2024. We're worried about 2021. And this gives us an opportunity to compete. And yesterday, I think Fox Bet put them at the third best in the NFC. Green Bay, Tampa, and the Rams were the third best to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. So that just goes to show you that a lot of people think this is a substantial upgrade, Matthew Stafford over Jared Goff.
Well, and one thing, that's serious because they went after Aaron Rodgers also. They called Green Bay about Aaron Rodgers. They said, no, we're not trading him. They called about Deshaun Watson. They wanted two number ones. They wanted two number twos and your two best defensive players. Your two best. So they wanted Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey. I'm like, oh, we good on that one.
Yeah.
So,
that's never happening.
Okay, so Eric, look to the north. Your arch rival in the division, San Francisco, is still stuck with their version of Jared Goff, who's Jimmy Garoppolo. Do you guess, do you anticipate that they will fight fire with fire by going into the quarterback market and going after a Deshaun, maybe we heard yesterday, a Kirk Cousins? What's your gut on it?
Yeah, I think they will. They have to because I think they're like us. They're missing that piece. They have a great defense. They can run the football.
Yep.
And football, Shannon, as you know, and Skip, too. It's on a time limit. You only have a certain amount of time you can win. It's not like the old days when we played. You keep players forever. You might have them 2 or 3 years, 3 years max. No, for sure, maybe 4. That's a quarterback. So for sure, I believe San Francisco would try to go out and get them a top-notch quarterback. I'm hoping they don't get Deshaun Watson. Yeah. So if they take Kirk Cousins, I'm good with that.
So would I be.
Well, I don't think San Francisco giving up Nick Bosa, Armstead, or Fred Warner. So if you think you'll get 2 or 3, that ain't going to happen.
Okay, but Kyle loves Kirk Cousins because his father was the one who pushed to draft Kirk Cousins and liked him reportedly even more than RG3.
And guess what Kirk Cousins just played? Gary Kubiak. Where Gary Kubiak outfit? He learned it on the Kyle Shanahan, which is the West Coast.
Okay.
And
so
Kirk
do you
Cousins
think, could Kyle work miracles with Kirk Cousins?
Absolutely. He just threw 33 touchdowns this year, Skip. He had 33 touchdowns, like 10 picks, 11 picks?
I know when he won a playoff game last year at New Orleans, but I still don't love him with the chips pushed into the middle.
I like him better than Jimmy G.
I'll go with that, especially with Kyle.
I like him better than Jimmy G.
I just wish they're going to keep Jimmy G.
I know.
I bet you do if they keep Jimmy G. And guess what? Kirk Cousins, he doesn't miss a start. The thing is, Jimmy G can't stay healthy, Skip.
Well,
I mean, I understand injuries are a part of the game. And the ACL, we get that. But the high ankle sprain, it's always something.
Yep.
And if I can't keep you on the field, I mean, bro, I'm paying you $25, $28 million. I need you on the field. And you're not on the field, you're not helping the cause.
Hey, Shannon, let me ask you this.
I agree. Matthew Stafford is an upgrade over Jared Goff, but that was a steep price to pay for a guy that's going to be 33. And although 33 now, 33 is the new 28 for the quarterback. It used to be once a quarterback got to be 30, Skip, you're like, oh, he on borrowed time now, ED. It's only a couple of more years and he going to be out of the league. But although he hasn't missed a lot of games over the last few years, he has been battered, broken bones in his back.